because of her elegance, her beauty, and because of he's wealthy, he has elegance, and he has money. She has money. So Lugo doesn't step on the bare floor. You know what women are like. She doesn't step on the bare floor. So Lugo started what we call ceramics. They call it apa di Lugo. So for her to step on the floor, there must be something on the floor for her to step on. So because of her elegance, she believes if I have to step on the floor without anything I'm matching, my leg will look so dirty. And as a woman, and I'm a king. So Lugo gave back to Telu. Telu now formed Igbo in Osun State. So that's why up to today, if anybody is to be crowned as Olugo, the person must come to Igbo here. He must come to Ife, because Lugo is the mother of Telu, and Telu is the one who formed Igbo. And the present Kabiyesi in Igbo bears Telu Keji. So from Lugo now came all these Lujumo, all these Ooni. But from now, I'm only trying to simplify it. Let's now come to this. I'm coming to this. All these Ooni, you can't see them. You can only see them once in a year. And once in a year that you see them is Odun Olojo. After Odun Olojo, after Olojo, you can't see them again. But only one Ooni gave other Ooni the privilege that you have the privilege to see them, you will interact with them. And that is Ooni Adelekun Olubuse. Ooni Adelekun Olubuse is the father of Obokwade Shidwade. Ooni Adelekun Olubuse, there were crises between Ekpe and Ijebu. The white man now believe these people are killing themselves. Who can give us the facts about these two communities and these two people that they will stop this fight? They came and told the white man that it's only one Oba that I can tell you, and that person is Ooni Adelekun. And here in Ife, there is a street they call Ilare. The people in Ijebu, they call the Ijebu or Malare. So Ijebu, they left from Ilare. And there's a street here in Ife, they call it Iremo. And the people of Remo in Ijebu. So this, when the white man came, sent a ministry to Ooni Adelekun. Ooni Adelekun said, if I'm going to leave my throne, by tradition, there will be sacrifice to be made. And for all these rivers I will cross, you have to make sacrifice to all the rivers. So now the white man obeyed this and made sacrifice. All the kings along that road vacated their throne. They had to stay at the entrance of their community because Ooni has left for Ife to Lagos. And that was why other Ooni had the privilege of seeing people. Because if not for Ooni Adelekun, we can't see Ooni. You can only see Ooni once in a year. And it was Ooni Adelekun. This assertion will say, Baba we started, because you can't hear what you say. Only you will always be quiet, you can't see him, you can't hear him. But once the chiefs come, they will have to think, okay, Kabiyesi will be talking. Baba we, Baba we. So from Ooni Adelekun, now came Ooni Adekola. From Ooni Adekola now came Ooni Ademilu Ajagun Lawarikon. Ooni Ajagun Lawarikon is a hunter and a very powerful man. So he has this metaphysical power. Once he gets for the own thing, he changes to so many things. So people respect him that this man is powerful, he has charms, and he has some metaphysical thing that he can use. So they respect him for that. So from Ooni Ademilu now came Ooni Adesoji Aderemi. Ooni Adesoji Aderemi is lettered, very educated. Because he's lettered and educated and exposed, and he's a politician. He influenced so many decisions in the action group. So why Ooni Adesoji was there? He was only the first person as a king and as still a politician, as a prime governor. So he influenced the establishment of Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife, Obafemi Awolowo Teaching Hospital, 7-day Adventist Hospital, and so many developments. And because of the fact that as a king, he has a power, he has a political power and the traditional power. So most of the structures you find here on the palace were done by Ooni Adesoji until the refurbishment by the current Ooni. From Ooni Adesoji now came Ooni Okunade Shijuade Olubuse Eri Okun Ebiti Kimo Piri Mole Osumosile Sumoseni. The word Osumosile Sumoseni is just a way of, if as a child, if you behave well, it will treat you normal. You'll be Suseni. So if as a child you behave abnormal, you'll be Susile. Now becomes Osumosile, Sumoseni, Okumoloso, Kumolata. Also, if you're normal, also it's more or less like the African powder.
Oh, yeah.
So they use the African powder to make you look so good.
Beautiful.
So, Okumoloso, making you to look beautiful. Kumolata. So if you misbehave, the way to reprimand you is just to Kununilata. Now comes the present Ooni Adeyeye, Babatunde Akonde, Enitan Ogunwusi Ojaja the second, the 54th Ooni of Ife. So now Ooni Adeyeye became the Ooni on the 7th of December 2015. And that day was installed on a Monday. And in the Yoruba science, Monday means the day of commerce, or Aje. So it is believed by the Yoruba traditionalists that if you want to do something, it's either you do your Monday, Tuesday, only a day. You can't do anything in the traditional way. They call it Ojo Eti. It's not that you can't do anything, but it is believed that there should be a day for you to relax. So that you have done so much stuff on Eti day. Relax, keep all the things you're doing and just leave them alone. That's why if you say something has become Eti, that means that thing has come almost to a point that you don't have anything to do. So Kabiyesi was installed on the 7th December 2015, and after the installation, before he became the Ooni, Kabiyesi is a serial businessman with vested interest in so many fields. He sits on the board of directors of so many banks and multinational companies. But I won't tell you because there will be time when it comes around, we'll see about that. Now we come here to work with the Ooni. There are chiefs. We have 8 chiefs to the right and 8 chiefs to the left. This is where we have the right, this is the right, and this is the left. So now, the 8 chiefs to the right, the head of the 8 chiefs to the right now becomes Kabiyesi, is Obalufe. And that is Obalufe here. So Obalufe is the second in command. Is the second in command. So from Obalufe, now comes here, we have what we call Obajio. From Obajio, we have what we call Obalorun. From Obalorun, we have what we call Owajesi. From Owajesi to Wasin. From Wasin, we have what we call Jagunsin. Jagunsin now comes what we call Obalayi, and from Obalayi to Akogun. So from here, these are the chiefs to the left. The head of the chiefs to the left is Lowa Adimola. From Lowa, we have what we call Jana. From Jana to Aguro. Aguro, a lot of people mix a lot of things to the word Aguro. Agoro Bokumbolu, because the first Agoro of Ife happens to be a farmer, and he has a vast land of farming. So once it's time for harvest, we'll now invite people to come to his farm. The more you can do will be things you take home. So it was from there they now said Bogun Bolu. So Agoro Bogun Bolu. So a lot of people now, because of their benevolence, they took from this aspect of Agoro Bogun Bolu that okay, if I'm going to, whether you're a slave or you're normal, as long as you're part of me, I will take care of you. So from Agoro now comes Arode, from Arode to Lade, from Lade to Isanere, from Isanere to Lowate, from Lowate to Erebese. Now from this Erebese now move to the MSA. The MSA are the traditional aides to His Imperial Majesty. Once it comes around and you see them, they are in white, and they have one of their heads shaved and one left unshaved. It has a reason for that. So now we now come to the sacred crown, which we call Ade Ari. Adiare is being worn by only once in a year, and that day is called Olojo. Are you ready to celebrate? This is not the idea. So now, this Adiare, there are certain features that signifies how important Adiare is to the culture of the Yoruba people. A lot of people in Yoruba doesn't know the meaning of what Ikode. What you find here is Ikode. Ikode is just a symbol that whatever Ikode is attached to is an important thing. If somebody is being installed as a king, they must find Ikode to attach to Iwe Akoko, to show that this person is important. So Ikode signifies how important Adiare is. Now, from Ikode now comes to this feature of what we have. This, for those in geography or those in education, they say 4 cardinal points: the north, the south, the west, the east. But in the Yoruba traditional instances, this is not called the 4 cardinal. They call it Igumeni to Beli Ayero, which is the normal thing in science. It also has to do with science, and which is land, water, light, or fire, whatever you call it, and air. So all these have to do, because on normal basis, for every normal human being, you work on land. Even if you are going to build any structure, it will be on land. So that means once you stay, you work on the land, you are part of experiencing the supremacy of Adiare. Even if somebody should get old and the person dies, you still come back to the land. And for now, in the Islamic, what they call it, Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un, or de latiwa, or de no lao padasi. So that is to say, land is important. So after land now comes water. Water has taken the surface of the heart, but deep down the surface of the water, there's still land inside. So water, you use water either to cook, to do a lot of things, so that for you to be on earth. So when you talk about light or fire, there's no how, even if you want to make, without, now, the other time there was interruption in power supply, the whole place got dark. When they restored it, the place gets beautified. So that water and light is important to normal human being. You can even use light either to make your food or whatever. From there now, air. So you breathe in here, and air is a part of the system that works as well in science. There's what we call action and reaction is equal and opposite. So definitely, what will have to air has something to do with the normal human being. So Adiare symbolizes all this. So from here, what you have here, in the Yoruba people, they call it Shuti. When you come down, there's this Yoruba that Akoinsi Ogbo Shuti, Ori Elego. Automatically, if you have something now, if you're looking forward, you're moving forward, whoever says anything at the back and you're not looking back, it's left to that person. So this is just a symbol that once Adiare is on, Kabia is saying, I don't say Adiare, and he's working with Adiare, you hardly can say anything negative to him. You hardly, because it is not even to him. Kabia is not a normal human being at that time. He has become the part of his ancestral power and is part of the ancestors. So if you say anything against him, it is believed you have the return in bountiful food. So that's why on Olojo Day, they always tell you, once Kabiyesi wears Adiare, please keep praying. So that if you think negative, somehow, it will happen. So these are part of the things you find here. And this, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have given a brief of this. So when Kabiyesi comes, we have an elaborate version of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Everything you find here is just the articulate expression. And why you have it is there's this thing in Ifa, they call it Ejiobe. In Ejiobe, if you want to know things about things that has happened over 100 years before now, Ejiobe will come, they'll communicate in Ejiobe. Now, for those who are good in artistic, now he looks like this, he has this, now give you the drawings and will come. For those who have seen that person at that age, can you get Joe? And that is that. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Adiare. Is there documentation of this?
Of course,
yes,
of
yes.
course.
No, wait. You see, this one is an improvement over the last time, Timowa. But what I'm saying is, who are the pamphlets kind of gloss